And a most pleasant good day to everyone on Friday, the 19th of July, 2019. I'm Jewel, and welcome to J7409 Weather. So glad to have you with us today. We're looking now at the GFS map, the latest run of it, and what the weather should be looking like. I'm going to turn it on, let it run, and tell you what it looks like everything should pan out to be. Yes, we still have a heat wave going on, folks, and it's a dangerous heat wave, and it's building in the central and eastern U.S. Now, there is also a slight to enhanced risk of some severe thunderstorms happening over parts of the upper Mississippi Valley into the upper Great Lakes, and there is a slight risk of some excessive rainfall over parts of the upper Mississippi Valley into the upper Great Lakes. Now we have an upper level ridge extending from parts of California eastward to the East Coast. It is going to continue as the southern edge of the westerlies extend across the northern tier of the lower 48 through Sunday. This is building heat. High, Bermuda highs. Excessive heat warnings and heat advisories are extending from parts of the Central Plains eastward to the northeast and southward to the southern mid-Atlantic. Now, the potential for record high temperatures is going to extend from parts of the mid-Atlantic into parts of the Ohio Valley tomorrow. It's going to be hotter tomorrow at my house than today, and it's already cooking, folks. Now, in addition, the potential for record high-low temperatures will extend from parts of the middle Mississippi Valley into the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley and into the mid-Atlantic also on Saturday. So the lows are going to set a record for being so high. The highs are going to set a record for being so high. This hot is going to continue for the next several days. Now, severe thunderstorms with potential excessive rainfall have a great chance of developing along a front extending from the upper Great Lakes roughly westward to the northern plains. The boundary will slowly sag southward, stretching from northern Maine across the lower Great Lakes into the middle Mississippi Valley and the central plains by Sunday. Then we have some tropical moisture and a weak upper level impulse. Now, these weak upper level impulses are going to aid in producing showers and thunderstorms over parts of the southern mid-Atlantic to the southeast and the southern Ohio and Tennessee valleys, along with the central Gulf Coast. Now, with the great aerial coverage during the late afternoon, that's when you should have the greatest coverage that covers the most areas in the late afternoon and into late evening starting Friday into Saturday. That's today into tomorrow. Now, overnight tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms will develop over parts of the central and southern high plains also. So be aware that there could be some excessive rainfall in these areas, once again, with the tropical moisture and also the impulses of some of these cells from southern mid-Atlantic to the southeast and the southern Ohio and Tennessee valleys, right along with the central Gulf Coast. As you can see, here is the watches and warnings map, and it is sizzling. Yes, sizzling hot wherever you see the purple all the way up. The entire state of New Jersey going up into Connecticut, parts of Massachusetts, all the way down through the coast of Virginia, down starting in the northern section of North Carolina. For today, this is for today, look at here, Ohio, lower Michigan, Indiana, parts of Kentucky, parts of Missouri, Illinois, Iowa, southern Minnesota, parts of Wisconsin. I mean, it's everywhere, folks. Everybody in the purple is in an excessive heat watch. It can be hotter today than it was yesterday for you folks by a few degrees. So please take this into consideration. Everybody in the orange from Maine all the way down to South Carolina and across over into parts of Oklahoma and Kansas, Nebraska, and South Dakota. You see where the orange is. This is a heat advisory. Everybody that's in the orange, well, I shouldn't say everybody, but everybody along the mid-Atlantic coast and in this area for tomorrow is going to be in the purple. So it's going to be hotter for us tomorrow than it is today. Please stay safe. Remember, don't leave anything in your car that breathes at all to go into a store and leave them there. This heat is just a mess, and it is a killer. So please, remember, don't leave anything in your car to run in the store. Now, as we check out severe weather, excuse me, that can possibly happen for today, there is an enhanced chance, folks. Yes, it's a much greater risk for tornadoes. You can see right up in here in Minnesota, Wisconsin, all of this area right up in here. You need to be aware. Anybody in the green, you could have a pop-up shower that could turn into something, so be aware of that. Now, thunderstorms that are capable of all severe threats. This is all severe threats, including large hail, strong winds, and tornadoes are possible across portions of the upper Midwest and the upper Great Lakes today. When we look at the chance of tornadoes and the tornado outlook, it's mostly Minnesota, Midway, Minnesota, 10% chance. Look at the hail, too. That's what that represents. You could have some nasty weather start today, this afternoon, maybe going through tonight. We'll have to wait and see. But once it starts, it will be there, and you have a 10% chance anywhere in the yellow. This little part of Minnesota here is where it's looking like there may be hail, but it stretches over into Wisconsin, 5% all the way around. In other areas, 10% or 2% rather, in the green areas. When it comes to the wind, look, 30% chance. And some of this rainfall could be very heavy. You guys could get some of that enhanced rainfall that I was just talking about earlier. So you need to make sure if you're out and about, you're very careful. It could pond on the roads. It can do all kinds of things and cause flash flooding. So be careful. Looking like Minnesota and Wisconsin at 30%. We have 15% from Minnesota all the way over into Michigan with a 5% chance going over into South Dakota, part of Nebraska, all the way over to northern Ohio, parts of Pennsylvania, and New York. And last but not least, we have the hail outlook. Remember where I told you, looking right in here, Minnesota. Minnesota looking like you can get some hail in these storms starting at some point today, running through this afternoon, maybe into the evening hours, with a 15% threat of hail over in Wisconsin, other parts of Minnesota. The 5% goes from South Dakota over into Michigan. So be aware of this stuff. If you're out and about, watch your skies. You see any strange-looking clouds starting to make up, make sure you have a safe place to get to as soon as you can. I love all of you. Everybody have a good day, a safe day, and a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching. And if it's your first time over here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the bell and share this information. And thanks for a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it a whole lot. Everybody stay safe, and peace, love, and kindness to all. Thank you so much for watching.